It's Dr. Joseph Chalil, let me bring you in. Dr. Joseph, as Sushant was also pointing out, that today Pakistan has essentially run out of any new idea. What else really explains that you have a prime minister who's staring at economic despair, chooses to rather talk about an issue which is done and dusted? The matter is over, but the Pakistani prime minister would like to perhaps cling on to what they believe is the K factor which gives them that adrenaline rush.
It's very interesting. While I congratulate Prime Minister Sharif on his new appointment or selection or election, however you want to call it, I also question the moral authority America has in telling Pakistan what to do anymore, because imagine President Biden is doing something very similar, to what Pakistan did to Imran Khan. So, I'm pretty sure President Biden is also hoping if President Trump had stolen a couple of watches, it would have been easier to handle it here. So, all jokes aside, Pakistan is going through a very, very tough challenge. It's not just the economy what matters. It's just a tri-front war of it's happening. It's a conflict with India, with Afghanistan, with Iran at the same time. And then, on comparison, we have an Indian prime minister and Indian cabinet, at the same time discussing the Viksit Bharat and the developed India for the next 25, 50 years, and the plans to have a developed India. Pakistan prime minister, on his maiden speech, he's talking about, hey, we'll get your tax refunds back in 10 days. We're going to prevent water theft and power theft. We're going to prevent or we're going to run the buses on time in Lahore. And it shows in comparison. But unfortunately, this country is a nuclear powered neighbor of ours. A stable Pakistan is a need of the subcontinent. So it's in the best interest of India somehow to, again, I'm not sure. He might have got 1 year with the Chinese government to pay back the money. I'm also sure the US government would love them to negotiate with IMF. IMF is not going to come back with the free money. They're going to demand structural reforms in economics. And that's going to be really tough in the sense, whether it is, paying for the stuff, raising cost of fuel, raising, no more freebies to everybody. So if that happens, he will become unpopular. That's my fear, is that if that happens, then the Bhuttos might pull the support, and we might have another unstable government again. So let's hope Pakistan and for the sake of the subcontinent, that he remains stable and bring up a stable subcontinent, and hopefully he would propose a friendship with India. India is the only country which can support them right now, not to bring in the K medicine or the K pill to rally the crowd for the time being. A permanent solution, a permanent peace solution, might be a friendship with enemy.
Since you make a mention of Afghanistan, I'll just get one quick final word from Dr. Joseph. Dr. Joseph, just about a few days ago, you've had that comment being made by Afghanistan with regards to the Durand line and the open threat that has been issued by Afghanistan. Now, that is something that the Pakistanis would find it extremely difficult to digest. But as I said, it only adds to the vulnerability.
It is so sad what things are happening here. As you know, America needs a stable. We spent our sweat and our blood in Afghanistan. We need a stable Afghanistan, not to be taken over by radical Islam. An unstable Pakistan might become a breeding ground for that in the future. So when Pakistan airline staff are abandoning ship and leaving and seeking asylum in Canada, and diplomats are caught stealing for stuff, it's in the best interest of US. And I hope, because the problem is election years are near. This is elections coming in India, elections coming in the US. It's going to be very sensitive. So whichever party comes into power in the US, will need to put Pakistan with the strong support and the strong control over what's happening, and somehow we need to control what's happening in Afghanistan. Afghanistan need peace and stability, not interference from Pakistan army and the Pakistan people. So I wish there'll be more peace, but unfortunately that's not what's happening. And then there's the Iranian issue, which is happening right now, which is also bothering everybody else. So it's not just a one-front war for Pakistan. It's not an economic issue. It is a headache for the rest of the world. And I hope and pray that the new government get its act together and control and stabilize the economy of Pakistan.
Thank you very much for joining us on the Weekend Debate.